Good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Today I'm with the usual suspects. We're going to try to make our weekly nut this week. Mine is at least 5,000, although I try to do more than that. So we're going to be trading NVIDIA in order to accomplish that. So this is the Wild West these days, and we'll be trading 500 shares. So we also will be trading the RV strategy. So there's tons of videos that show how to do that. I'll go into this a little bit more. Please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. It gives you demonstrations of different ways to trade and different custom scripts that we offer for free here, different layouts that we offer for free here. But really, you should seek the advice of someone you trust before you try to emulate any of these strategies that you see here, and seek the advice of a financial advisor and trade in a simulator. So hopefully you've read that. Okay, so this is the RV layout that we've been using since early March. It's gotten tweaked a few times, and I'll go over it. This is a 1-minute chart. This is the scalpers indicator. I have reduced down here a day chart. I also have reduced a 1 hour, a 4 hour, then the SPY on a 5-minute, the QQQ on a 5-minute. I have another 5-minute reduced down here. This is a 5-minute here I'll be using open to trade with. And this is a 15-minute right here. This is the level 2, and this is the active trader. We are not using the ladder for this purposes. Somebody asked me about that recently. For scalping, I just using the buy and sell. We'll be trading market. Everybody that's here trading today will be trading the same share size. And let me show you about how we set up the RV strategy so you understand what all these lines mean. So the first thing we do as we go into the day chart, and then we see where it closed yesterday. It was to the right of my picture. You see the C, $894.52. That's where it closed. Then you look down here at the average true range over a 14-day period. They call that the ATR. So if I go over this candle, you can see that's $36.09. So you divide that $36.09 in two, and you subtract half of it from the close of yesterday to get the ATR low, and you add right here the close, and then add half of it, get the ATR high. So there's the ATR high, there's the ATR low, the green and red. That creates our range bound. The RV strategy is a range bound strategy. Okay, so we're going to try to trade within a range, and then we're going to try to set pivot points to figure out how to trade within that range. Now, there is a specific strategy to trade this. It's in the best-selling day trading book. It's called Day Trading Volume 1. That's been out for a while, and it's one of the reasons the strategy is so good. It's covered in that book, so a lot of people trade it. There's actually 3 books put out, Day Trading Volume 1, 2, and 3. I recommend you start by reading those if you're just new in this or if you're looking for a new strategy. Number 2 and number 3 focus a lot on candlestick patterns, which it's so important that you learn in technical analysis. And then Day Trading Volume 1 not only talks to you about how to trade just generally, if you just started, where to get offshore accounts, how to, which type of account would you like, how to short, how to trade long, how to just the basic stuff. And then it breaks into a workbook with an actual strategy. Then you're going to want to get trading in the zone, which basically sets your mindset on how to trade, and basically talks to you about probabilities and how you should count every trade as a losing trade. You're trying to get an edge in your journey to trade, and he talks about that. But a trade can go any direction at any time. So anybody who talks about a strategy, including the RV strategy, like it's going to definitively work if you learn it. No, it doesn't work that way. The strategy is only as good as the trader and their discerning capability of going in and out of a trade based on how they like to trade. So no matter what strategies you hear online or you read in a book, it's really only as good as the trader trading it. So you need to learn your skills, look at all kinds of strategies, trade them in a simulator, and see what you feel good about. Like, this feels like I can read the probabilities better. I have an edge because this works for me. And the RV strategy doesn't work for everybody. Neither does the open strategy that we teach here. We have 2 different strategies that we teach here. We're going to be going live in about 10 minutes. And then we have an escalator strategy, which really has kind of died off, but there's still a lot of those in the archives. It's just very rare that you come across it. And that's basically a trend strategy. And then we're going to be introducing a swing strategy too. And that's being worked on by a lot of people. And that's hopefully the one that will be live streaming in the mornings, where we'll pick the stock with the group And then remember, we are not financial advisors, so you have to take responsibility for all your own trades. So we're just going to show you different methods that may work for some people and not work for others, with different demonstrations of videos to try to make it exciting and as entertaining. Entertainment channel here. Safety first. Trade in a simulator, before you try any of this stuff. So anyway, once you have this range bound, now we're going to try to create ceilings and floors. And they talk to you about that in the book. By the way, all those books will have links on the channel. It's under show more. So now those are all done on a 4-hour chart. That's why it says 4H along here, 4H, 4H, 4H. So what you do, and I'll open up a 4-hour chart, but what you're doing is you're going back to previous days. This is the whole idea of what is a pattern. A pattern is a repeat of something that's happened before, right? That's what a pattern is. There's a whole group of people out there that still think patterns mean nothing. I don't know how they can trade stocks. They just go down and like in the old days, you look in the newspaper and say, Microsoft, I'm going to pick that today. I feel good about that. The only way anybody can, other than fundamental analysis, which Mark Douglas goes in and talks about, which is kind of it doesn't hurt to know the stock and everything that it sells and what's its projections and its quarters and all that to help you kind of decide whether to go long or short. But if you're scalping in day trading, it's not really going to come into play. What comes into play is patterns and price action patterns, which are shown by histograms and candlesticks. Everybody has their own poisons. There's probably 1,000, different indicators you can get, and they're lots of fun to play with and stuff. But and I'm not going to say that they don't work, because they work for the right person. Whatever clicks for you, the right indicator that clicks for you, you're actually winning when you trade now. It's mental. It's very mental. So if you're actually winning, then you have you stick with it. Stick with what's working, right, until it doesn't work. But anyway, so if you look on this 4-hour chart, I basically was marking where the candles turned around, where they pivoted. And I tried to catch as many as they went across in between. I did do some above the ATR and some below the ATR. And these are Fibonacci levels. The pink and the yellow here are Fibonacci levels. I'll open those up in a second separately and show you. But on these 4 hours, I'm creating an area where people were trading, and for whatever reason, they sold or bought right at that level in unison, enough where the price action went the other direction, paused, and either consolidated for a bit or literally went the other direction. It stands to reason that it will come back as a pattern, and when it hits to that price level again, there might be some pause, there might be a bunch of entries, there might be a bunch of exits. It's not for sure. Many of them will not be respected. But why not know where they are when you're in the middle of a scalp, right? There's no reason not to know where they are to kind of help you with all the other tools you're using to trade. So that's why we put in pivot lines. And that's what a range-bound strategy is. You create a range, and this is what it looks like on a 1 minute. Those lines aren't very busy at all. So I also have the volume profile here, which is set for intraday, just for today, showing the price action for today. I have a video that shows how to do that. I have a video that you can get the scalpers indicator for free. The green is the buyers, the red is the sellers. The blue bar represents the volume. They're up here. It's telling you like a riding wave which way to go right now. Go long. It's saying go long. Look what's happening, right? Now you also have a conflicting thing here. This is telling you, hey, you're losing the support of your price action. It might turn around here. So, you have to pay attention to a bunch of things. And then we have a bunch of other custom scripts. If you go to 83, also ways to set up your chart, how to predict which way the market's going to go, your charts, your market, how to set up your scanner so you don't have to pay for a service, teaching you really how to do it, plus having some preset for you. So all these videos, totally free. We're not selling courses, nothing but just we want your viewership. We want your subscription. We would appreciate that, your support. Let me talk to you about the Fibonacci levels. So I'm going to open up this 5-minute chart down here. that's minimized, and you can see that we go 2 days back on a 5-minute chart and we mark high to low to high. It's always left to right. So if it was low here, it would have been low to high. In this case, it's high to low, left to right. Now these are, the Fibonacci is basically all nature follows Fibonacci levels. So you should read up on exactly what that means. But these levels get respected more often than not. Well, I don't know. They get respected a lot. Look how it turned around right there on this yellow Fibonacci, which I'll show you where that is again. See how it did it right there, consolidated right there. On the pink line, it turned around, consolidated. These aren't just, look at it, exact turnaround right there. That's not where I marked it. I marked it up there and down there, and look where these lines spread out. So people look at these lines. That's a 4-hour there, but now you've got that Fibonacci mark there, and then you open up this other 5-minute, and we have on the 10-day. Let me get this. We only have a couple minutes till we start, guys. I'll be calling the ball. They call that quarterbacking, but everybody's responsible for their own trades. So this one was low to high on a 5-minute chart 10 days back. Now, you don't have to go all 10 days back, but within that span, you're trying to find the high and the low, or the low and the high, left to right. So now you can see that where everything, how we set it all up based on a specific strategy, not random. This is done with back testing. And now since last March, people have been doing quite well with it. I got to get set up to start trading, guys. I was trying to get through that as quickly as I could and give as much information as I could. Now, from me studying NVIDIA and having good and bad trades with it, and it's so volatile and so tricky, it does not meet the RV strategy criterion because the ATR is too big, but we're going to trade it using the AV strategy outlines. But it is very, very dangerous. So one of the things I've learned, guys, trading NVIDIA is set your share size low enough where you can really wait for it to make bigger moves, because it's going to shake you out. It just goes up and down so volatile, with so much volatility. At least it has been. Everything can change any day. Every trade's brand new. Remember that. Again, another Mark Douglas thing. You have to look at every single trade as a whole brand new business decision you're making, So, but again, you rely somewhat on patterns, but you just don't want to count on them like, well, the pattern said that, so I'm going to I'm all in. No, never, 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 never. Get ready to react quickly in case you're wrong. And your pattern can be wrong 20 times in a row and then be right 20 times in a row. So it's just, you just never know. So you can't go like, well, it's been wrong the last 5 times, so I'm definitely due for a win, a victory today. But you don't do that. So guys, I'm looking at this. I'm waiting to see if it keeps breaking down. It's right now at the point of control. So I'm thinking that maybe if it stays here, I might wait a second. If it banks off this one, if it breaks through or goes up, I might go long. Everybody's ready to roll, so that's good. So and I'm going to make a decision here. I'm probably am going to, that's on the 20 right there. That's at 888.999, 888.99 or 89, 889 roughly. Oh, I just hit that line. So I would be more inclined to go long. We still have about a minute till we start trading, which is a half hour after market opens, according to this strategy. So the New York Stock Exchange East Coast time, that is 10 a.m. in the morning. That we are, not all of us are trading from that location, but everybody is going to go in at that time frame. Wow. So now let's see if we're going to keep going short here. So I have to, if this keeps going down, guys, we'll ride it short to the fib. But let's just see. So we have about just over 30 seconds to watch this price action. So are we reconciling properly here? It does look like we are. 6. This is not. I don't know what's going on there. This is correct. The market maker's correct. Every once in a while, we get that problem. I don't know what's going on there. That's very annoying. So hopefully that's going to fix itself. We have 6 seconds, guys. I'm going to go long. I'm looking like it's going to go long. I'm in. So I'm gone long at 889.67. 889.67. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it took off. Now, again, I'm going to wait a second. I'm not going to just pop out. So I'm going to maybe look up here. That's 893. So when we looked at the daily pattern that I had open earlier looked like it should go up today if you just read a daily pattern. And NVIDIA, I managed to get a great swing trade when it was at 960. I was going to ride it to 1,000, and I took the early. It didn't go up the first day to 1,000 like I thought. Then it went up to 960 on the second day, which I believe was a Friday, and I was just like, that is a lot of money. I think I had 24,000 or something at that point. And I'm just going to take the money, and I did it. And like within $2, it turned around. I was just like, whoo, you know. You have this battle. Wow, this is a great opening trade. It's hard not to bank this, but I'm trying to trade NVIDIA with a little bit different strategy this time and not take as many trades. So we are banking on that fib, which is a little scary here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and reverse on that fib. I'm going to actually, oh, wow. So that was a slip. That was a huge slip. Okay. So we have to watch about slipping too. Okay. So let's watch about slipping. So that was breaking the fib. You know, it looked like it was tapping to break it. So I'm, that's so annoying. Anyway, we've got this. I'm one that likes to watch the ask a lot. I just got trained that way when I was momentum trading. But that's okay. So let's look at our scalpers indicator down here. We're going to just hang on to this trade unless it does a massive reverse like it's starting to do there. It's just riding up. It makes no sense. Look at the scalpers indicator. It makes no sense to get out of this trade, guys. Now it's starting to turn. See the numbers here? So let's just let it make a move. If it breaks down like anywhere near this fib, I'm out. I'm reversing. Well, let's just see. The other danger with NVIDIA is reversing with it rather than just getting out of your move and waiting a second. NVIDIA, normally I'm a big reverser, but it's just not. It hasn't been. I've taken a couple of really big hits in the last a couple of weeks on NVIDIA, like really painful to try to come back from. Some of them you guys have seen, and some of them you have not. And I'm very leery of trading this a certain way right now. So, like in this particular thing, I would probably just take the profit if it breaks down here and wait a second. How low is that going to go? That goes down to that pink fib, 38.2. I'm going to get out and wait to see if it's going to start retracing or go back up. So I'm just waiting a second here. I'm good. I've got a huge cushion, and it's sort of consolidating right here, which is, you know, it's interesting that it's actually slowing down. It's not trading like the normal NVIDIA, which scares the heck out of you all the time. Now, those are reversal patterns, so we have to think about the patterns here. I know I just took that off my screen. Don't panic. We have to think about these patterns. Now, the 5 minutes just straight up, the 15 minutes straight up. The level 2 doesn't even matter on NVIDIA. Oh, good. It finally reconciled. That was about time. That's a hanging man, which is telling me it's going to turn around. So, you guys doing? A couple of you are short already, huh? I'm worried about going short yet. I am still worried. Yeah, this is a bullish doji, which tells you, a bearish doji, which tells you it's going to go down. This is a hanging man, which tells you it's going to go down. And now we're hovering on this 4 hour. Now these gave it to support this 4 hour, and the fib, once it broke it, gave it support the other way. I'm going to do this, guys, because I don't like what's happening here. So give me a second here. I've got it too tight. Oh, God, don't do this to me now. There we go. I'm going to put it like right here. There we go. I didn't like the candles being quite so big on my screen. So, wow. Okay, so why I wasn't looking. Wow, that happened fast. So I almost sold out back there, so I'm really glad I didn't. So now we really need to look up here, because as we get close to 900, that is definitely an area where you'd want to watch out for. So I'll probably reverse up near this fib, which is 98.99 or 90, close to 8.99. So I'm going to either way just bank my profits, which is a great first trade, and then think about it. Might actually just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to actually sell out here, guys, and not reverse. I might do it any second here. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to get up there. It's 98, 18, 98, 50. Looking at the market maker, 98, 80, 90, 96. Wow, that was way up there for a second. And then it dropped. You can see the spread and the way this thing's moving, that it can move, you know, $1 by the time you click the button, at least 50 cents. I'm going to take that. What did I, okay. I don't know what I got it at. I got it out too soon is what I got it at. So now I have to decide whether I want to buy back in. I just wanted to bank it. So that's a great first trade. Is it going to turn around right at the 900 level, or is it going to keep going? So I want to see some confirmation either up in here, closer to 900 to keep going, or is it going to drop off? So this is a real resistance level, the 900. Whoa. You know what? I'm gonna ride that short, guys. I got it at 898.64. So let's see. And you will see me use the reverse here if it starts to go back up. Because I don't know. That happened so fast. Okay, so I missed that. Really? So I have a $2,000, just so you know, I have a $2,000 max loss per trade. Wow. I definitely called that wrong. So it might just consolidate across this line here. So you cannot scalp on short moves on this stock. You will, between the spread and the slip, you're going to lose money unless you have like $200 green every time you go to scalp. Like right there, if I wanted to switch out my position, I'd make a green trade because it's 265. So that is a reversal pattern, okay? And then we have another one, a spinning top, right at the top of a pretty decent trend here. So look at the bigger pictures. I don't want to ride against the main trend by looking at little candles, 1 minute candles, because these are, and bigger patterns. You have to keep an eye on bigger patterns too. I'm looking at the scalping indicator and I watch the buyers drop, and that sort of is confirming that it's going to go down. Look at the sellers here, 100%, definitely in the right position to go down right now. But then it started to go up here, so a little indecision right there. This is a really valuable indicator, guys. You should get that. That's for free on the channel. Many videos have it. Look for the ones that say custom scripts free, or episode 83 has the older one of this, but some of the newer ones, they say, you know, the new scalpers indicator. They say it right on. Just read the episodes. Watch all the episodes twice to become a successful trader. No, no, I'm not going to promise that in any way, shape, or form. But we would like you to do that. Okay, so we've got another good trade, guys, and I don't want to lose it. But again, that's that scalper mentality. I need to hold it longer with NVIDIA as long as I possibly can and cut 20 trades down to 10 trades, or 10 trades down to 5 trades. I went back and I analyzed my trades, and I realized I was taking so many trades. If I had just waited for the action a little bit longer, I would have made more money. When I saw that was very rare that my style of trading makes more money to wait, because normally I can capture those scalps if you watch me. But with NVIDIA, when you're dealing with the spread and the slippage and the action, it was too much. When I really calced it, I was like, oh my God, I got to hold longer. Now this, I just got lucky. This is a nice long trend, and this is another one down. So I'm not actually proving any points here, but it is interesting. So I'm going to probably buy out here. I'm just going to get out of that position right there and hang on a second here. Is that going to break? Okay, that's breaking that 4. That tipped here where it hit a whole bunch of times here, and I don't know. The sellers never reached the height of the buyers. So kind of look at the candle itself. Like I talk about the seller's indicator that we have, and you can kind of see the picture within the picture here, and you kind of see that the sellers are kind of making we're kind of making a move here, but then it's like now we're seeing a little bit of a reversal. So let's see what happens. Isn't really telling you too well right there. This is telling you, however. And then, you know, we have this fib. Excuse me, guys. We have this fib down here as a support, and the fact that it, you know, these wicks bounced off of this, and this was a doji turnaround right here. I opted to go long and bank it as I'm talking. I'm probably going to go down like $1,000, but yeah. Oops. Now I try to make at least 5K a day. I have it. I don't want to lose it. We couldn't, not everybody could afford to do 1,000 shares today, so we're down to 500. With 1,000 shares, it'd even be more slippage, which was discussed. Like, maybe, you know, let's try to be more accurate with 500 and not have as much slippage with 1,000. Thinkorswim is going to fill you. Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade is going to fill you, but at a cost when you have the higher share size. Now, I don't mean trading fees cost. I mean slippage costs. Yeah. Wow. So I think it might be going back down, and I'm going the wrong way. It's just resting on that where it had support there. Having trouble. So I don't want to see it break. Oh, man. Wow, that's what I was just about to say. I don't want to see it break through that. Is it going to stay down there? Then I just got to get out of this position. So now this bouncing off the 20 down there. The green line is the 20. This is the 9 moving average. These are the fibs. That's the 4 pivot points, 4-hour pivot points. It's gone back up. I kind of want to go short, guys. I got to tell you, I don't. I was hoping it might bounce up a little higher so I could go back short. I think I picked long incorrectly here. Yeah, I'm going to take a hit here. Just the question is how big a hit. Oh, man. Although this at the bottom of a downtrend, okay, so you got a hammer here. You also have a spinning top here and a spinning top here. These are all 3 reversal patterns to go back up. And the fact that I have this fib here and then real fail safe, another fib down here, but that's like $2 down. So that would be over my, no, it wouldn't be over 2,000 loss, but it's not like I want to reach it. So I would say that anywhere in here is I'm going to get out of the losing trade. So it almost shook me out right there. That was very close. I waited a beat and it popped back up. But these might turn it around. There's another hammer. Now, when they're at the bottom, they're a hammer. When they're top, they're a hanging man. So remember, there's really not much difference because they both signify a reverse, a potential. Everything's a potential reversal, obviously. But you know, enough people read these. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Enough people read the same. Look at this go now. It's enough people reading the same pattern. So, God, I think I've only taken 1 trade, 2 trades maybe, right? Holy mackerel. That's, I'm halfway in. I usually would have like 8 to 10 trades by now. So I'm doing what I said I would do. Hopefully it's not too boring for everybody. Remember to subscribe, give a thumbs up if you like this type of entertainment or these types of things to possibly learn the little tools and tricks to take on your trading journey. Just be careful. Trade in a sim. Look at it. Just, you know, I talk about this indicator in a way where like a big wave's coming by and you're waiting on your surfboard. You jump on it. You just be prepared to get off it quickly so you don't hit the rocks. But usually there's enough time when it's this strong to take a nice big move upward. So we're going up to a nice big move here. Everybody's very green, which is great. I think I'm right near the leaders. A couple of you guys scalped it differently. It actually is going a little slower today. Honestly, we might have got away with some of these scalps, but I don't know. The one I saw, I think I saw like $100 slip. When you're not doing, buy the bid and sell the ask, you're held hostage to the market makers' slippage and what they. But at least you're always in the trade. Really? Is that what that's going to happen there? Did I miss that? Getting ready to reverse here, guys, against this fib up here. Let's see. I will definitely reverse it this time where it stopped last time, which is right up here. It looked like it had a hard time at either it's the 900 psychological support or resistance in this case, or is it the fib and the 4-hour pivot? I'm just going to reverse right there and bank that. Look for a dip. I'm going to grab that 110. Did I actually make money on that? I think I did. I should have held that longer. I had the right idea. I feel like I want to get it here, though, to reverse. So what I really did is I got a little bit more cushion to make the bad decision. That's what I did. You'll see how I trade, as I try to manage my bad position. I like to stay in position. This is the first time I'm not real psyched about staying in position. Not the first time, but lately, with the way the video has been moving. I couldn't believe when I went back and analyzed my trade because I had a couple of days really struggled. Of course, part of it too is I think a lot of us just thought NVIDIA would never stop going up. Right? I just thought it was going to get to 1,000. I thought, you hear the news, the target price is 2,000. One of the target prices was 2,500. Then you hear all these other things, all these other news stories about it. It's just, and it's not, it has its fingers in a lot of things, not just the chips and stuff, anything to do with AI. So you just think with this AI craze and that this is being the leading, $1 trillion stock out there that, we may be at half its value, and it's possible that is the truth, or even less than half, 1/4 its value, and we're just calling it into short-term thought process of well, it's not 1,000 yet, but it might be next week, So, but I just don't like to hold. I don't like to hold past a day, let alone like a week or something. I think NVIDIA I held for 2 days. If you take a loss, you got to worry about the watch sale and. So, because I'm all of my accounts are set up for day trading, but other than my, I have a couple that aren't actually, but the ones I trade set up day trading because I trade them that way. But then I have a bunch that I'm holding, I hold longer position, not a bunch, but I think 3 that I hold longer. Is 3 a bunch? I don't know. What makes a bunch? Someone will look that up and tell me how many is a bunch. So looking at that 900 again, 90. Let's see. Okay, so it hit the 2 fibs. So the 900 is a little further past that fib. I might want to just turn it around right there. That's just not much money actually. So I've already profited right in here. So this is such a tiny move. I think I'm going to wait it out a little bit here. In the grand scheme of things, with 500 shares, this is a smaller move where I got in. I got in at 897.87. That's like about right here-ish area. It broke the fib. Is it breaking 900? You see it bounce off 900. That's what's going to happen. It's going to bounce straight down off 900. So get ready, guys. It's almost there. It banked up there for a second. I'm looking to reverse at 900. That will be $1,000 trade. See, it didn't make it. It went down. That might be as close as it gets. 899.88. Damn. So we'll look for these fibs now. This fib and this 4-hour as support. Kind of banked right there before. So it did break a new high. Well, it said it did, yeah. I had to find it out over here before I read the little blurb. Kind of was hoping I shouldn't look a gift horse in the house, but I was kind of hoping I'd be like in the 10, 15 range. Oh, whoa, whoa. There's 9. So it's literally just stopped at 9. I'm going to reverse right there, guys. Looking for a pullback. Let's let it pull back off of 9. Is it going to do it? Or is it just going to keep going straight up? 90. It's not enough to take a trade. Let it go a little further. Maybe one more tick down. Not a full tick, but whoa, whoa. There we go. I'll take that. Wow. That was, now it might just keep going. So I got to get ready to go the other way. I'm still holding hope out that I can get to 10 today. That was a great trade going down the opposite direction. So now that's what I said I wouldn't do, but it just, the opportunity presented itself there. Now, is it going to break past 9 or is it going to go right back down again? It's up at 973 now. That's kind of telling us that it wants to go past 9. There is no pattern that says this is going down yet. Depends on how this closes. If that closes as a tight hanging man at 900 range, then I would think that we're going to get another one of these swales down. So let's see. This was kind of a fool you here. But, I mean, this looked like it would, these patterns look like it was sending it down. There's a shooting star and a hangman there. So it looked like it was going to go down a little bit. Then it kind of fooled us. But I think I capitalized on that. I'm not sure if I got that wrong. I don't think I've had a losing trade, actually. So, yeah, I think I got it right in my whole 4 trades. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go. I thought the 1,000 was the 10,000. Wow. Look at that. New high. Come on, baby. Get me past 10K. Here we go. Here we go. You don't want to set your sights on something, though, and then do a stupid thing here. So it seems to be, I'm going to reverse right there. So I'm at 9,700. I'm hoping I'm going to try to capture a scalp on the downswing. Oh, it's not doing it. It's still going up. Oh, no, really? There. I'm going to take I didn't make any money on that trade. Oh, I should have held it longer. It scared me. I was scared. So I probably could have got over 10 right on that trade alone. Now, if this drops off here, I'm in trouble. So I've got to buy out to get. I'm not going to reverse again if this just keeps flying down here. So, oh well. Got a huge cushion here. I don't want to drop below 9K. I'm going to set that as my fail-safe for money. But I'm looking at the 900 and this 4-hour right in here as a you better turn around. Now, it did make a hanging man here, but it went up. There it goes. Okay, good, good, good. I didn't see that happening. There's my 10. Oh, wow. Is that still going up? Don't jump out too soon. It can hit 902. Is it going to hit 902? Oh, I dropped back down. I would have slipped below 10, I think. I got to be up to like 10,200 in that area. Oh, that's 902. Take that. Ooh, I got it on. It swung up. My slippage went up. Did you see that? That was great. I'm actually going to stop there, guys. I'm feeling, I don't know what it is. NVIDIA makes me more unsettled than most of the, actually, and like that I can remember. Like when I was back to a beginner trader. And I think it's because I got burned last week a couple times and the week before that too. Managed to recover, but it shakes your confidence in what you feel is your edge. And as we all know, it can go no matter who you are, how you trade. The biggest, bestest traders in the world can be wrong on a regular, consistent basis. Their support and resistance lines can be wrong. Their strategy can be wrong. Their trades can be wrong 30 in a row. And yet they can be multimillionaire traders because every trade is a new trade. So when you don't feel like you're in the zone, like in trading in the zone, you need to listen to yourself. And I don't feel like I'm in it right now. I mean, I did okay, but I didn't feel it today. So I feel like I got lucky. I got two good trends. We really got two amazing trends here. The strategy worked, no question about it. Look at how the support and resistance lines worked. But I think I lost a little bit of my confidence last week, and it's bothering me that I feel that way. So, because that hasn't happened to me in a while, but you know, and it's not the money, you know, it's just you know, I like to be right. Who out there likes to be right? But it reminded me how, you know, how that's just, you know, it seduces you to thinking that you're going to be right more often than not. And, you know, anyway, we won't go into you're not my therapist out there. Are you? Would you all like to be my therapist? So guys, I hope this was fun, entertaining, informative. Remember, all this stuff on the channel is free. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Mostly, we want to try to show you demonstration videos and ways to make a couple $100 a day. So there's a lot of videos in the archives for that. This is an unrealistic scenario for most people. First of all, to trade this high, and secondly, to take the chance without, you know, being in a puddle of sweat from the stress of this. You'd have to be a pretty cool customer to trade this level or not, or have the money that it doesn't bother you. So 99.99% of the people that scalp are trading lower. There still is that 1%, of course, but they're trading, you know, they have max losses of $100 or $200, not 2,000. And they have a trading plan that they don't want to lose more than 500 a day or 200 a day or 100 a day or 50 a day. And they're working their asses off, and this is their side thing they're doing to try to make it so they can not, you know, get rid of that second job or maybe quit altogether. And yeah, I'm not trying to say that it's absolutely possible, but it's a journey. It's hard, and you can't watch somebody else to learn. I mean, you can watch them to learn, but I mean, you can't try to follow their trades. You have to see the picture in the picture. You have to see, I know what to do right now. And then also recognize that you might be wrong all the time, but hopefully right more times than wrong, and it works for you. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay inquisitive and stay green out there, and I will see you the next time.